Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Anna. I'm a librarian at our East Grand Rapids branch. Thanks for joining us for our Kent District Library streaming program for tonight. We're really looking forward to tonight's program, and that will begin very shortly. Just as we're waiting for folks to drop in, I wanted to fill you in on a couple more virtual programs that we're streaming this summer. You can find this particular program, What We're Learning, every other Wednesday night. And our own librarian, Penny, from the Amy Van Andel branch, hosts a What We're Reading chat every Tuesday night. And she chats with KDL staff or other community members that may look familiar to you about what books they're enjoying at the moment. And also KDL is able to archive most of these programs. So if you miss it on the night that it's streaming, take a look on our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel, and you may be able to see plenty of past content if you didn't catch it live. Tonight, we are so excited to welcome Matt again from here'syourhost.com. Matt, thank you so much for coming back.
Oh, thank you, Anna, for having me back. I'm excited to be here.
We are too. We're so excited to get going.
Awesome. Yeah, we had fun. We did a trivia show for Kent District Library back in November and had a great time, and I'm so excited to be back. If any of you were there at the past one, go ahead and drop something in the chat to let us know. And if you're brand new, welcome. Excited to be able to host this show for you. My name is Matt, and I live right here in Kent County. I live in Kentwood, and pre-pandemic, I was working for a company that hosted trivia, pub trivia, and got laid off from that job when COVID hit. And so I decided to try my hand at writing my own trivia and hosting a show online to help keep my friends and family entertained during the pandemic and during the lockdown. And people showed up and had so much fun. They said, do it the next week. So I did it the next week. And then they showed up the next week and said, do it again the next week. And now this past week, we just celebrated week 66 of Tuesday Trivia with Matt. It continues to go strong. We've got people from all over the country that tune in to play. And I also host private events on the side for birthday parties and baby showers and things like that. And out of the lemons of 2020, I now have my own business called here'syourhost.com, where I get to host virtual and in-person game shows. I'm starting to do in-person ones now as well. So, but I am really excited because KDL invited me back to host another round of trivia for all the KDL followers on Facebook and YouTube. And we've got a fun literature-inspired and themed game tonight, although not all of the questions are going to be about literature, but the rounds have been created and researched and themed around library and literature-related things. So I hope you enjoy the show that I have created for you tonight. And it's very easy to play. I am going to host the show right here in the live stream video that you're watching. But for you to submit your answers, I'm going to ask you to go to a link to access an online answer form. And you can do that from your phone if you'd like, or a tablet if you've got one handy, or if you're sitting at a computer where you can pull up another browser window of your computer, you can do it there too. But I'm going to put a link here on the screen and share this for you. Let's see if we can get this up here. Anna, can you help me with sharing that that screen that I've got there? There it is. Perfect. Look how beautiful it is. Yeah, Wednesday Trivia with Matt. Typically, I host Tuesday Trivia with Matt, but here it is, Wednesday Trivia with Matt. And for you to register, you're going to go to the link that you see on the screen, bit.ly/KDL Trivia 0630 for today's date, June 30th. So again, bit.ly/KDL Trivia 0630. And when you get there, you should see a header on the top of the page that looks very similar to what you see on the screen here with the KDL logo. And you can, it's going to ask you for just a few quick answers, a few quick fields. It's going to ask you for your email address, and just one quick thing. You're not adding yourself to a mailing list, and I'm not going to sell your email address to anyone. This is just the easiest way for us to track all of your answers throughout the game. So as long as you I don't care what email address you put in as long as you put the same one in at the top of every form, all right? Then it's going to ask you a few quick questions for you to fill out. Let us know the names of the people that you're playing with, so at the end of the night when we read off the final scores, we can make sure to give you proper kudos for how well you did on the show tonight. And I'm going to ask you a couple quick questions about where you're located, about prizes in case you win a prize, and other things like that. So anyway, just a few quick questions at this link. And once you have answered all those questions, you just click submit on that form, and it will link you to the round 1 answer form. So just click submit, follow the link on the confirmation screen, and that will take you to the round 1 form. And if you're at the round 1 form, you're as far as you need to go right now. You've done everything that you need to do to play this game of trivia. And just hold tight for a little bit while we get some more people registered and we get things going. So hold on really quick. I'm going to just check and see where we're at right now. All right. We're going to go over our rules in just 1 second. All right. Hopefully we've got some people joining. Oh, yep, I see we've got some people registered already. Awesome. Thank you so much, those of you who are registering. Happy to see your emails popping in. And hopefully we'll have some more people joining us also in just a bit. But really quick, let's go over the rules. While we let's leave this up on the screen here for a bit while we get people registered. But let's go over the rules for tonight's game. Okay, there are just a few quick rules. Rule number 1: we kindly ask that there is no cheating, no Googling, no looking anything up, no outside resources, please. Obviously, I cannot be in your homes with all of you tonight overlooking your shoulder and making sure that you're not cheating. We ask that we play a clean, friendly game tonight because we do have some prizes. We want to make sure that those prizes go to the rightful owners. So no cheating, please. No outside sources. That's really the biggest rule that you have to worry about is no cheating. We want to stay spoiler free during the game as well. So we encourage you to, add comments in the Facebook and YouTube stream commenting, chat things. Go ahead and put comments there, but just no answers, please. All right, keep it answer free, all the comments. We don't want any spoilers leaking out to folks who are playing. Okay, then a couple quick tips for you. Tip number 1 is don't worry about spelling. We've got you covered, although most things autocorrect these days anyway. But your answers are not being scored by a computer where they need to be 100% exactly correct. They're being scored by my wonderful husband, who is on the other side of the computer, checking all of your answer forms as they are submitted. So as long as Alex can read what you're trying to say, you will get the points. No stressing about spelling, no Googling for correct spelling, nothing like that. Then also tip number 2 is don't stress out about negative points or bad answers. You can guess on everything. We're never going to take any points away from you. We're only going to give you points if you get things correct. All right, so you can guess on everything. All right, and then we've got some information about our prizes tonight. So we're going to give away 3 prizes tonight. A first place prize is going to get a Schuler Books gift card, which I'm guessing most of you are in the Grand Rapids area and know and love Schuler Books as much as I do. But if not, it's a great place. And your gift card can be used in store online, I believe. So great place. Schuler Books gift card going to our first place team. Then we're also going to give away 2 other prizes of some KDL swag, some mystery KDL swag that you will get thanks to the wonderful people at Kenton District Library. All right. I think that's going to just about do it for the introduction and the instructions. And it looks like we've got several teams signed up. So excited to have you logged in. And if anybody does join late, you're free to join in as well and just skip forward to whatever answer form we might be on. All right. But let's get started. We've got 5 different rounds of trivia. So when you submit your round 1 answer form, it's going to link you right to the round 2 form, so on and so forth, all the way through to the 5th round of trivia. So just keep your answer form up and make sure to follow the links until we get to the very end. And each round is themed a little bit different, and I hope you like it. I created these rounds especially for tonight, so I hope you enjoy this show. All right, so we're going to jump into round number 1, and I like to start off all my games with a fairly Easy, well, I don't know if it's easy, but it's a multiple choice round. And you've got a 50-50 shot at getting all these answers correct, okay? So it is a round that I've called pen names. As we know, a lot of authors like to go by pseudonyms. And so I have pulled together 6 authors who go by pseudonyms, who may or may not go by pseudonyms. But then I'm going to give you a pen name, and you have to tell me, is this the correct pen name for this, or sorry, is it the correct real name? I'm going to give you their pen name, whatever name that they've written their books under. You have to tell me, is this their correct real name or not? Okay, and another hint, just for fun, because the topic was called pen names, all of the ones that are not correct are founders of popular pen companies. Companies that produce writing utensils. They are all founders of pen companies. So yes, if it is the correct real name of this author, or no, if it is a founder of a pen company. All right, here we go. With number 1, we've got Mark Twain. And is Mark Twain's real name Samuel Clemens? Yes or no? That's all you got to tell me. Yes or no, is Samuel Clemens Mark Twain's real name? Let's get a little bit of background music for us as well as we play. So number 1, Mark Twain, is Samuel Clemens his real name or not? Number 2, we have Dr. Seuss. Is Dr. Seuss's real name Edouard Buffard? Edouard Buffard. Or Edward Bufford. I like Edouard Buffard, though. It sounds better. Yes or no, is this the real name of Dr. Seuss? All right, moving on to number 3. We have author Anne Rice. Is Anne Rice's real name Howard O'Brien? Is Anne Rice's real name Howard O'Brien or not? Anne Rice, author Anne Rice. Real name Howard O'Brien? Yes or no? Number 4, we've got George Orwell. George Orwell. And is George Orwell's real name Patrick J. Frawley? Author George Orwell. Is his real name Patrick J. Frawley? All right, let's go on to number 5. We have Margaret Atwood. Is Margaret Atwood's real name August Eberstein? Is Margaret Atwood's real name August Eberstein? Yes or no? All right, and our last one, oops, I think this still says number 5, but it should say number 6. This is actually number 6, so my apologies on the screen. Lewis Carroll, is Lewis Carroll's real name Charles Dodgson? So again, this is number 6. My apologies for the number 5 on the screen. This is number 6, but is Lewis Carroll's real name Charles Dodgson? All right, I'm going to quickly scroll through these one more time just to make sure you're happy with your answers. Again, just saying yes if it is the real name of this person, or no if it's not, if it's a founder of a pen company. Number 1, Mark Twain, is his real name Samuel Clemens? Number 2, Dr. Seuss, is his real name Edouard Buffard? Number 3, Anne Rice, is Anne Rice's real name Howard O'Brien? Number 4, George Orwell, is George Orwell's real name Patrick J. Frawley? Number 5, Margaret Atwood, is Margaret Atwood's real name August Eberstein? And finally, number 6, is Lewis Carroll's real name Charles Dodgson? All right, that's going to do it for round number 1, pen names. So if you have not yet submitted your answer form, it is time to put in your best guess, click submit on your answer form, and then make sure to follow the link to round number 2. All right. And Anna, if you want to come back on just my face. Thank you so much. We're going to move on to round number 2 here now. So if you haven't yet submitted round 1, we're going to go ahead and close it out and move on to round 2. What we're going to do is we're going to play rounds 1, 2, and 3. And then at the end of round 3, I'll give you the answers to those first 3 rounds. Then we'll play rounds 4 and 5. And then we'll announce our final scores and see who our winners are for the night. All right. Now, I am very excited for this next round here, round number 2. It is a music round. I personally love music trivia, so I want to include it into all my games. And this is a fun round that we did a similar format back for the trivia in November, for any of you who happened to be there. It was a fun round called You Can't Judge a Song by Its Cover. And people really liked that round back in November, so I decided to bring back the format again, but with all new, fresh songs. All right, so here's how it's going to work. I'm going to play you a video clip here in just a second, and it will be 7 different songs that are being covered by random people that I found on the internet. Okay, YouTube is filled with artists and musicians who are covering other people, and so I found some very fun covers of popular songs, and you just need to tell me what is the title of the song that that performer is covering and who is the original artist of that song. Okay, you're not going to know who these people are. Well, who knows? Maybe you will if you're YouTube music fans. But my guess is you're probably not going to know who these people are. So you're not trying to name the person in the video. You're trying to name the original artist of the song that is being covered. All right. So you'll get 1 point for correctly naming the title of the song, 1 point for correctly naming the artist. And I'll play through this video twice for you so that you can get a good look and listen at all of these clips. Okay. Now I did my best to pick some songs that, you know, they're pretty popular songs. These are songs you'd probably hear played at a wedding reception, or you've probably heard on the radio many times. These are pretty fun pop songs from different decades throughout history. And I hope you like this round. So here we go with You Can't Judge a Song by Its Cover. Here is song number 1. I had to leave, get a key that the souls were seen. As we danced in the nights, remember how the stars of the night ring. All right, here is your second cover, number 2. And we're standing side by side as your shadow crosses mine. What it takes to come alive. It's the kind of feeling I just can't. Now to look for a kid. Anybody could be that guy. Night is young, the music's high. With a bit of rock music, everything is fine. You're in. That one was so good. Here's number 4 for you. When I talk to my friends so quietly, who we think he is, look at what you did to me. Tennis shoes don't even need to buy a new dress. You weren't there, ain't nobody else can impress. It's the way that you know what. Getting some different genres in here. Here's number 5. I jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to the right and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy. Everybody seems so famous. My tummy's feeling and I'm feeling kind of homesick. Too much pressure and I'm nervous. All right, we've got 2 more songs left. Here's number 6.
it's real. Didn't know I could feel it, but it's in my way.
And one last cover, and then I'll play them all for you one more time. Here's number 7. All right, that was You Can't Judge a Song by Its Cover. I'm going to play this whole video for you one more time. Make sure you're happy with your answers. Just as a reminder, no penalty for incorrect guesses. So if you're not sure, put your best guess on, and we'll see how you do. All right, here you go again with round number 2.
So we the kid that the souls were singing as we dance in the nights. Remember how the stars in the night rain. And we're standing side by side as your shadow crosses mine. What it takes to come alive. It's the way I'm feeling, I just can't. Now to look for a key. Anybody could be that guy. Night is young and the music's high. With a bit of rock music, everything is fine. You're in. When I talk to my friends so quietly, who we think he is, look at what you did to me. Tennis shoes don't mean you need to buy a new dress. You ain't there, ain't nobody else to impress. It's the way that you know what. I jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to the right and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy, everybody seems so famous. My tummy's feeling and I'm feeling kind of homesick. Too much pressure and I'm nervous. Side and feel, didn't know I could feel it, but it's in my way. Oh, your spirit.
All right, that's going to do it for round number 2. I see somebody just joined, Natalie, asking if this was music trivia. This is the music round of 5 different rounds of trivia for this Kent District Library trivia tonight. So this was the music round, but the night will include a lot of different trivia, all kind of literary inspired. But that was the end of round number 2, the music round. If you are just joining in, it is not too late to play. Feel free to join in and go to the link that is in the chat on the YouTube and the Facebook stream. It is bit.ly/KDLtrivia0630. Again, bit.ly/KDLtrivia0630. And you can get yourself registered, and you can complete blank answer forms to move yourself forward to whatever round we happen to be in. And we're about to join round number 3 here in just a second. So yeah, so we're done with round number 2. So if you haven't submitted your round 2 answer form yet, go ahead and do that now because we're going to close it out here in 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're moving on to round number 3, and then in just a second, you'll get the answers to these first 3 rounds. And hold on just 1 second so I can get this ready to be shared. There we go. All right, we're moving on to round number 3, and it's called Proud Publications. I wanted to do kind of a hybrid round of some literature, but also pay homage to the fact that it's June 30th, the last day of Pride Month. And so happy Pride Month to all of you who may be celebrating. Happy last day. So this is a round called Proud Publications. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the first one up on the screen for you. All right, because I think you'll understand it by seeing this. So, so this round is themed around the Progress Pride flag, which you see here on the left part of your screen. That's got many different colors. So we've got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, brown, black, and white. And you'll see on your answer form that you've got a drop-down box with all of those options as answers. So basically all you're trying to do is fill in the blank with whatever color from the Progress Pride flag would complete this book title, all right? Now, one thing I do want to point out is don't pay attention to the number of dashes in the blank. They're all going to be 6 dashes. It was just, that's how the font works on this slide that I used. So don't get thrown off by the number of underlined things. That does not indicate the number of letters in the answer, all right? But you will see that you've got all the colors in a drop-down box. You just have to fill in the blank of the book title with whatever color goes there. All right, there are 10 colors on the Progress Pride flag, but there are only 8 of these answers. And so you will not use 2 of the colors, but you will only use every color one time that you do use. So once you use it once, you won't use it again in the round. You can keep that in mind, okay? Also, I have replaced the word yellow with the word gold, as you will see on your drop-down box, because it was a little bit easier to possibly, I don't know, maybe find a book with the word gold in the title. Maybe it will be in there, maybe not. We'll see. But anyway, here's number 1. What color from the Progress Pride flag fills in the blank Badge of Courage by Stephen Crane? All right, let's move on to number 2. We've got Blank Fang by Jack London. Blank Fang by Jack London. What color would fill that in? Just looking for the correct color. Remember, you're only going to use them one time. So once it's used, you'll never use it again. Number 2, we've got Harold and the Blank Crayon. Harold and the Blank Crayon is number 3. Now on to number 4, we've got Gathering Blank. Gathering Blank is number 4. Gathering Blank by Lois Lowry. All right, on to number 5. We've got Anne of Blank Gables by L.M. Montgomery. Anne of Blank Gables. There are 8 of these in this round. You'll get 2 points for each one you get correct, so 16 possible points here in this round. Here goes number 6. We've got Blank Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woodson. Blank Girl Dreaming. Also, for those of you that joined late and might not have heard the instructions, there's no Googling. All right, no Googling, please. Here we go. Number 7. Book number 7 is The Blank Finch by Donna Tartt. The Blank Finch by Donna Tartt is number 7. And our last and final colorful book title is Blank Stallion by Walter Farley. Blank Stallion by Walter Farley. What color goes in there? Remember, you can disregard the number of blanks. They're all 6 blanks. Just my best attempt at making a line. All right, let's give you another look at each of these book titles before we close out round number 3. Now that you've seen them all, now that you know some of the colors that are canceled out, now you've got some process of elimination to fill in maybe some of them that you didn't know. All right, so here we go again. Number 1, The Blank Badge of Courage by Stephen Crane. Number 2, Blank Fang by Jack London. Number 3, Harold and the Blank Crayon by Crockett Johnson. That's a good name, Crockett Johnson. Number 4, Gathering Blank by Lois Lowry. Number 5 is Anne of Blank Gables by L.M. Montgomery. Number 6 is Blank Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woodson. Number 7 is The Blank Finch by Donna Tartt. And our last one of this round is Blank Stallion by Walter Farley. All right, that's going to do it for round number 3, Proud Publications. It is time for you to put in your best guesses there and submit your answer forms, because we're going to give you the answers to these first 3 rounds and then move on to our last 2 rounds just to whet your appetite a bit. Pun kind of intended. You'll see why in a bit. We've got 2 fun rounds left in the game. One that's about books that have been turned into movies, and another one that is completely random and requires little to no actual trivia knowledge whatsoever. So hopefully that's a good enough teaser to keep you around to the end. The show will be wrapped up within the hour, and then we'll give out some prizes here in just a bit. But it has come time to close out round 3. So if you haven't submitted your answer forms to round 3, please do so in 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. We're all set with the first half of the game. Let's see what the answers were to round number 1. Anna, if you can put my screen back up. You can put it just small next to my face. There we go. That's perfect. Look at that. Now you can see me and the answers. All right, here we go with number 1. The pen name of Mark Twain, Samuel Clemens. Is that his real name? It is. That is his real name. Yes, the correct answer to number 1. Number 2, Dr. Seuss. Is his real name Edouard Buffard? It's not. His real name is Theodore Geisel. Edouard Buffard is one of the founders of Bic pens, though. The more you know. You can take that tidbit of knowledge with you today. Plus, I thought Edouard Buffard was too fun of a name for Dr. Seuss with all of his rhyming. So I thought it was a good fake answer. Number 3, Anne Rice. Is Anne Rice's real name Howard O'Brien? Yes, it is. Anne Rice's real name is Howard O'Brien. Number 4, George Orwell. Is his real name Patrick J. Frowley? It's not. His real name is Eric Arthur Blair. But Patrick J. Frowley gave us Papermate pens. So thank you, Mr. Frowley. Number 5, Margaret Atwood. Is Margaret Atwood's real name August Eberstein? It's not. Margaret Atwood's real name is Margaret Atwood. But I thought August Eberstein sounded like a great name. He's the founder of Mont Blanc pens, for those of you who are interested in knowing. And finally, Lewis Carroll. Is Lewis Carroll's real name Charles Dodgson? It is. It is. That is his real name. That is correct. Okay, let's get you that video back up for the answers to that music round. Anna, if you can take it off of that real quick while I transition over. Let's get that video back up here for you with your music rounds so that you can see which songs these were. All right, I'm ready for you. There you go. Thank you.
The kids and the souls were singing.
This song is September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. This guy's doing a great job of it, too. Here it is, September by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
As we dance in the nights, remember how the stars in the night
Fabio Rodriguez was his name, by the way. Let's go to song number 2 now.
And we're standing side by side as your shadow crosses mine. What it takes to come alive.
The correct answer to this one is the song We Found Love by Rihanna or Calvin Harris. Either one of them would have got you points. This is being covered by Alex Goot here. We Found Love. All right, going on to number 3. Ooh, this is a beautiful cover.
To look for a king. Anybody could be that guy.
This is probably one of the hardest ones to pick because it's such a different cover from what the normal song is. This is Dancing Queen by ABBA being covered here. And her name is Stacey Ryan. Go look her up on Facebook afterwards because the whole song is beautiful.
Night is young and the music's high. With a bit of rock music, everything is fine. You're in.
Let's go to number 4.
When I talk to my friends so quietly, who we think he is, look at what you did to me.
This is Beyonce that's being covered here. The song Crazy in Love by Beyonce being covered by Robin Adele Anderson and this nice little jazz band here.
Dress shoes on me need to buy a new dress. You weren't there, ain't nobody else around dress. It's the way that you know what.
All right, let's go to number 5. This was a fun one. FYI, this guy is doing all of these voices all of himself, all the instruments, all the everything, all a cappella here.
I jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to the right and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy. Everybody seems so famous.
This, of course, is Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. Party in the USA, and this is Mike Tompkins.
Tell me something and I'm feeling kind of homesick. Too much pressure and I'm nervous.
This one was a little tough too, I think, but this is one of my favorite songs. It's Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen, being covered by Run Aground. Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen. And finally, song number 7 here. Hard to get through a wedding reception without hearing this one. This is Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard, as covered by Vanessa Lavoie. All right, and that'll do it for your answers to round number 2. And now I'm going to give you your answers to round number 3 here. Hold on one second. Thank you, Anna. You're such a great... Anna is such a wonderful co-pilot here of this game tonight. Really appreciate your help. All right, here were your answers to Proud Publications. Those book titles where we had to try to fill them in with a color. Anna, I'm ready for you to put that back up there. There we go. Here we go with your answers. Number 1, the blank badge of courage. This one was, of course, the red badge of courage. Number 2, this Jack London book is White Fang. Number 3, Crockett Johnson with a kid's favorite here. This is Harold and the Purple Crayon. Number 4, this Lois Lowry book is called Gathering Blue. Gathering Blue. Number 5, the classic Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. Number 6, Jacqueline Woodson, the author of the book Brown Girl Dreaming. Brown Girl Dreaming. Number 7, Donna Tartt released this book a few years ago. It is The Goldfinch. And finally, another classic here, wrapping up the round, number 8, Walter Farley and Black Stallion. All right, that's going to do it for round 3. We're going to move on to round 4, and I'm just going to keep sharing the screen here because, sorry, thank you, perfect. For this round that's called Character Study, and here is how this round is going to go. This is a round for book fans and movie fans alike, as we know that a lot of books get turned into movies. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 names up on your screen. I'm going to share with you the author of the book. I'm going to share with you a character from that book. And then I'm going to share with you an actor or actress's name who played that character in the movie version of the book. All you need to do is just give me the title of the book. All right, so 3 clues to help you out: the author, name of one of the main characters, and the actor or actress who played that main character in the movie version of the book. Just tell me what the book title is. That's it. All right, here we go with number 1. We've got a 1960 novel by Harper Lee featuring the character Atticus Finch that in the movie version was played by Gregory Peck. There you go. Yeah, you kind of understand how this round's going to go. So again, a 1960 novel by Harper Lee featuring a character named Atticus Finch, who in the movie version was played by Gregory Peck. Again, there's 8 of these in this round, 2 points apiece. Again, 16 points in this round. Here's number 2. Number 2, we have a 2003 book by Lauren Weisberger featuring the character Miranda Priestley, who was played by Meryl Streep. I see Natalie just asked a good question. Does spelling count? No, spelling does not count. Just get as close as you can on these, okay? My husband Alex is checking all your answer forms as they get submitted. So as long as you get close enough that Alex can read what you're trying to say, he'll make sure that you get the points. All right, moving on to number 3. We've got a 1977 novel by Stephen King featuring the character Jack Torrance, who was played by Jack Nicholson. So again, novel by Stephen King featuring the character Jack Torrance, who was played by Jack Nicholson. Number 4, we have a 1982 novel by Alice Walker featuring the character Sally Johnson, who was played by Whoopi Goldberg. What is the name of this book? And Alice Walker, Sally Johnson, and Whoopi Goldberg. All right, we're halfway through this round. 4 more to go. Here is number 5. We have a 1958 novella by Truman Capote with character Holly Golightly, played by Audrey Hepburn. So again, this 1958 novella was written by Truman Capote and featured the character Holly Golightly, who was then played by Audrey Hepburn in the movie version. Number 6, we have a 1984 novel by Tom Clancy featuring the character Marco Ramius, who was played by Sean Connery in the movie. What is the name of the book or movie with the same title? Moving on to number 7, we have a 1998 book by Louis Sacker, which included the character Stanley Yelnats, who was played by Shia LaBeouf. Again, a 1998 book written by Louis Sacker, featuring the character Stanley Yelnats, who in the movie version was played by Shia LaBeouf. And our last one of this round, number 8. It is a 2012 book by Gillian Flynn featuring a character named Nick Dunn, who was played by Ben Affleck. A 2012 book by Gillian Flynn featuring the character Nick Dunn, played by Ben Affleck. Okay, and I'm going to quickly let you see those one more time in case you need a refresher and want to scroll over your answer form to make sure you're happy with all of your answers. Here again was number 1. It was a book, 1968 novel by Harper Lee, featuring the character Atticus Finch, played by Gregory Peck. Number 2 was a 2003 book by Lauren Weisberger, featuring the character Miranda Priestley, played by Meryl Streep. Number 3, a 1977 novel by Stephen King, featuring the character Jack Torrance, played by Jack Nicholson. Number 4, a 1982 novel by Alice Walker, featuring the character Sally Johnson, who was played by Whoopi Goldberg. And finally, or sorry, not finally, moving on to number 5, we've got a 1958 novella by Truman Capote, featuring the character Holly Golightly, played by Audrey Hepburn. Number 6, a 1984 novel by Tom Clancy, featuring the character Marco Ramius, played by Sean Connery. Number 7, a 1998 book by Louis Sacker, featuring the character Stanley Yelnats, played by Shia LaBeouf. Number 8, a 2012 book by Gillian Flynn, featuring the character Nick Dunn, played by Ben Affleck. That is going to do it for round number 4, character study. So we're going to now move on to round number 5. So if you haven't submitted round number 4 yet, please do so now, because we're going to move on to our last and final round, which is a fun round. It's my favorite of the whole game. Of course, we've got our lawn being moved right now, which is awesome. My apologies if there's any noise disturbance in the background. We're going to move on here to round number 5. So if you haven't submitted your round 4 answer sheet yet, please do so in 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're moving on to round number 5. It is my favorite round of the game, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. It is a round format that we have done on my Tuesday Trivia with Matt show often, and people seem to like it. So I thought it would be fun to bring it back for your game tonight with a little bit of a literature spin on it. So hold on just one quick second. All right, so let me just show you what this is all about, all right? It is, because we've got some props to play with here. This is a visual round that is called, it's called Sink or Float. I've got a big bucket of water here, and I'm going to show you some items in just a second, and all you have to do is tell me, are these items going to sink or float when we toss them in the water? That's all you got to do. Just tell me if these things are going to sink or float when we toss them in the water. And then once all of your answer forms are submitted, we are actually going to throw the things in the water, and we'll see what happens to them. All right. Pretty silly, pretty random, 50-50 shot on all of these, but I hope you enjoy the silliness of this round. I decided to try to pick items from my house that were all kind of literature inspired. So here we go with your first item in honor of the book, The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. We've got these green grapes here. We've got these green grapes. Do you think that these green grapes are going to sink or float when we put them in the water? We're going to drop this whole thing right in. Do you think it is going to sink or float? All right, that is item number 1, are the grapes. Moving on to number 2, another classic by Dr. Seuss, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. We've got some Swedish fish candies here, these red fish in honor of Dr. Seuss. We're going to toss the candy in, not the bag. We're actually going to toss in the Swedish fish candies here. Do you think these candies are going to sink or float in the water? That is item number 2. All right, in honor of number 3's book, which is James and the Giant Peach, we've got a peach, fresh peach here, straight from the supermarket. It's like delicious peach season too. I can't wait to eat this afterwards. Do you think this peach is going to sink or float? This is item number 3, a peach. Okay. Item number 4. This one is in honor of the book Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson. We've got a Kraft string cheese here. We're going to keep it right in the package. Going to keep it right in the package. Oh, gentlemen who just joined, please don't put any answers in the chat because it's going to spoil it for the other players. Even though they're just your guesses, they're not really the answers. But if you'd like to play, we can get you the link to join and to submit your answers online. But please don't put any answers in the actual chat. Thank you so much. All right, so item number 4 was the string cheese here. We're going to keep it right in the package. If that makes a difference to you. We're going to just toss it in just like this. Okay, number 5, in honor of the book The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold, we've got a Milk-Bone dog biscuit. Number 5, Milk-Bone dog biscuit here. Do you think this Milk-Bone dog biscuit is going to sink or float? That is item number 5. That is item 5. Okay, let's go to item number 6. This one was in honor of one of my favorite books as a kid, A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline L'Engle. We've got an hourglass here that I pulled out of one of my board games. What do we think is going to happen with this hourglass? Do you think this is going to sink or float? Item number 6 is the hourglass. Now, I'm guessing most of you are from Michigan, but if you're not, I'm happy to introduce you to item number 7. In honor of the J.D. Salinger classic, The Catcher in the Rye, we've got a Faygo bottle of Rock and Rye soda, y'all. I mean, happy summertime with a little bit of Faygo. Faygo Rock and Rye soda, The Catcher in the Rock and Rye. Do you think, and again, we're going to toss this whole bottle of soda right into the tub of water. Do you think it's going to sink or float? That is item number 7. Oh, Natalie says she's never seen Rock and Rye soda before. Yes, Faygo, definitely a Midwest brand. And yeah, Rock and Rye is a special flavor that I think you can only get from Faygo. Okay, and finally, our last item here as a callback to one of the books in a previous round, Harold and the Purple Crayon. We've got a purple crayon here. Purple crayon is item number 8. Do you think that this is going to sink or float? Now, there is a tiebreaker question, so don't submit your answer form until after I read that tiebreaker question. We've got this purple crayon as item number 8. Oh, Natalie's from Florida. Welcome from Florida. Hi. So happy you've joined us. Yes, come visit Michigan sometime, and we'll get you some Faygo and some better made potato chips. Okay. Really quick, I'm going to go over those items just to make sure you're happy with your guesses. Number 1 was the grapes for Grapes of Wrath. Number 2 were the Swedish fish for one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Number 3 was James and the Giant Peach. Number 4 was Who Moved My String Cheese? Number 5 was The Lovely Dog Bones. Number 6 was A Wrinkle in Time. Number 7 was The Catcher in the Rye. And number 8 was Harold and the Purple Crayon. Okay, put in your best guesses, and let's get to the tiebreaker question, all right? So here we go with your tiebreaker question for the night. This is, the tiebreaker question does not count towards your overall score for the night. It's only used in case any of the teams are tied after the first 5 rounds, okay? And whoever gets closest to the numerical value of this answer will break that tie, okay? This is not something we're expecting you to know the answer to, but just something to make your best educated guess on. And I apologize in advance to Natalie from Florida, because this one might be an extra challenge for you. But here's your tiebreaker question in honor of Kent District Library hosting tonight's show. We know that there are many branches of Kent District Library all over the area. The furthest one to the north is in Nelson Township, and the furthest one to the south is in Caledonia Township. So your question is, according to Google Maps, how long will it take you to walk from that first location in Nelson Township to the south location in Caledonia Township in minutes? If you were to walk from the northernmost KDL to the southernmost KDL, according to Google Maps, how long is it going to take you in minutes? And no looking this up on Google Maps, y'all. Just make your best educated guess, y'all. All right? No cheating. So how long would it take you in minutes to walk from that one branch to the other? Oh, thank you, Adrian, for the kind comment in the chat. I hope everyone had fun tonight. All right, we're going to lock out our round number 5. So if you haven't submitted it yet, let's go ahead and do so we can get you your answers, toss some things in some water, see what happens, and see who our prize winners are. We've got just a few minutes left. All right, we're closing out round 5 in 3, 2, 1. All right, here were your answers to round number 4. Anna, if you could share the screen again, that would be great. Here we go. In round number 4, we had a book by Harper Lee featuring Atticus Finch, played by Gregory Peck. The answer to that is To Kill a Mockingbird. Number 2, book by Lauren Weisberger featuring Miranda Priestley, played by Meryl Streep. That is The Devil Wears Prada. Number 3, a book by Stephen King featuring the character Jack Torrance, played by Jack Nicholson, is The Shining. Number 4, a book by Alice Walker with the character Sally Johnson, played by Whoopi Goldberg. That is The Color Purple. Number 5, novella by Truman Capote featuring character Holly Golightly, who was played by Audrey Hepburn. That is Breakfast at Tiffany's. Number 6, book by Tom Clancy featuring character Marco Aurelius, played by actor Sean Connery, is The Hunt for Red October. Spoiler. Number 7, book by Louis Sacker featuring character Stanley Yelnats, played by Shia LaBeouf. That is the book Holes. And number 8, book by Gillian Flynn, character Nick Dunn, played by Ben Affleck. That is Gone Girl. Number 8. All right, and now it's time to toss some stuff in some water and see what happens, y'all. Let's see what happens with these items. So, whoops, sorry, Anna. Perfect. There we go. Now we're up on the screen. Sorry, just getting my towel ready here because it's a little wet here during this round. Okay, item number 1 were the grapes of wrath. Let's see what happens here. Oh, sinking grapes. I really thought these might float at first, but then I tested them out. They sunk right to the bottom. So the grapes of wrath were, the answer was sink. Number 2, 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. Our Swedish fish are going to not swim. They're not going to swim like good fish. They are going to sink to the bottom. Number 3, James and the Giant Peach. It's a floater, y'all. Peach. The answer is float. Correct answer is float. Number 4, who moved my string cheese? Let's see what happens. Oh, that's another sink. Right to the bottom. Number 5, the lovely milk bones. The answer to this is, it's going to float, but I think it's going to eventually sink, but we'll just see what happens. It's floating for a little bit. When we tested it, it was sinking. You know, we're just going to give everybody 2 points for floating or sinking for the milk bone, because I thought it was going to sink, but it's going to, see, now it's hovering in the middle. The drama of sink or float. Yes, trivia and science, says Natalie. Exactly correct. Okay, anyway, let's move on to number 6, which was Wrinkle in Time. Yeah, there's air in this hourglass. It is floating hourglass. Number 7, the catcher in the Rock and Rye. Oh, this thing is still floating. We tested it and it sank. That's so funny. Anyway, here we go with your Rock and Rye. Rock and Rye, catcher in the Rock and Rye's answer is float. Float. And finally, Harold and the purple crayon. Let's see what happens here. Okay, that one sank. Good. I was worried we were going to need another last-minute score change, but the crayon also sank. Okay. Yes, hashtag milkbone drama, says Adrian. That is absolutely correct. All right. Thank you so much for playing, everyone. We're going to get you your final scores here in just a bit. The last link that you were sent to after you filled out your last answer form should have taken you to a page with some links where you can follow me. You can go to my website, which is here'syourhost.com. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Anna, if you wouldn't mind sharing really quick one last thing. It is there. All right. Anyway, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Tuesday Trivia with Matt. You can also go to my website, which is here'syourhost.com. If you're interested in joining our Tuesday game, we play a free game open to the public every Tuesday. And then we also, I also host private events for birthday parties or baby showers or anything that you might be interested in. So would love to have you tune in and play along with us on a Tuesday. But I hope you had fun on this Wednesday version. All right, let's give you your final scores here and see who our winners are of the prizes. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's give the scores for the top 3. How's that? Our top 3. Top 3 teams who are going to take home some prizes. In 3rd place, taking home some KDL swag, it is Team The Big Franks. That's Cassie, Catherine, Cecilia, Carolina, Jane, and Louie. Congratulations, The Big Franks. Well done. In 2nd place, it is Team 3 halves of a whole idiot. That is Liz, Olivia, and Maddie. 3 halves of a whole idiot. That's a great team name. Congratulations, Liz, Olivia, and Maddie for 2nd place. Also, some KDL swag coming your way. And in 1st place tonight, but it was very close. It came down to 2 points. So great job to our 1st place winner tonight. It is the literate idiot. That is Adrian. Congratulations, Adrian, the literate idiot. You win the Schuler Books gift card tonight, and you can claim yourselves, pat yourself on the back as knowing that you were the winner of the 2nd version of KDL Trivia Night. Anyway, that's it for me. I hope you all had fun. Thank you so much, everyone that played. I would love to see you again on a Tuesday if you'd like to tune in for Tuesday Trivia with Matt. And I don't know, who knows? Maybe sometime in the fall we could do an in-person trivia at a library branch or something. That would be fun to do something in person once we can all gather again.
Thank you so much, Matt. This was so much fun.
Thank you, Anna. Thanks for your help with loading everything up for me, too. You were a great tech support.
Absolutely. Anytime. And I hope that we can do it again sometime soon.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Thanks, everybody.